First, the Arsenal team, which shows a change in the defence, where Willie Young is out with a back injury and Steve Walford returns to the side. He had a run of 10 matches when David O'Leary was injured recently. And Brian McDermott gets the number 10 shirt, with Steve Gatting going down to substitute. Everton, meanwhile, they come without striker Bob Latchford, who's got a hamstring injury. 21-year-old Gary Megson, who came on for him in the victory over Sunderland last week, keeps his place. And the substitute is defender Mark Higgins, who's not played in the first team this season. The referee is Les Burton from Corfmullen in Dorset. So away we go with Everton in the all strip of dark blue, attacking the goal to our left. They've pulled themselves out of a slightly dicky period. They've won their last 2 games, although their manager Gordon Lee felt that even when they weren't all that successful, they were still playing well. But here they face an Arsenal side unbeaten at Highbury this season. Frank Stapleton has just been named Arsenal Supporters Club Footballer of the Year for 1980. A throw going to Arsenal. Well, it may be a free kick. Yes, it's a free kick to the home side. And I imagine it'll be either Sanson or Ricks who lift that ball. It's Ricks who floats it in there towards Alan Sunderland. Back again for Ricks, and a goal kick. McBride, now Eastoe driving one from a long way out, tipped over well by Pat Jennings. Well, Eastoe caught that superbly, and it was a lovely bit of timing by Jennings. He really hit that powerfully. Just that touch by Jennings under the floodlights and over the crossbar. Hollins, little burst of activity from John Hollins. Sanson, they've pushed a few red shirts forward now. Sunderland, he's got McDermott in a bit of space outside him on the right, still with Sunderland flicking one, pushed away well there by McDonough. Stapleton now. Ricks turning it in low and failing, and Everton can get it away with Asa Hartford. Free kick to Arsenal. Certainly a very good save a moment ago from Jim McDonough. It was Sunderland who thought about the pass wide and then hit that good curling shot with the outside of the right boot, pushed away by Jim McDonough. Ricks played firmly there. Almost without looking, realising that Kenny Sanson is there, but Sanson was very harshly dealt with there by John Goodman, and the referee, you can see there, is pointing to John Goodman to come towards him, and at the same time was feeling into his right pocket for a yellow card. Well, he's a little sore after that, Ken Sanson, and Arsenal with the free kick. Floated deep there towards Stapleton. Good fist away by McDonough. They are lacking a little bit in inches at the back without the likes of Mick Lyons in their defence, Everton, and Stapleton did very well with that header, and McDonough and Eastoe, I think, was also very much involved there. Now Hollins blasting one through, McDonough keeping it out, McDermott! Well, it was the Hollins shot that really rifled through there. Sunderland playing it back there for Hollins. Off the keeper, and McDermott straight in there to play it back into the net. And Arsenal go into the lead. Arsenal 1, Everton 0, and Brian McDermott, the number 10, the scorer. Adjusted down by Stapleton. Sunderland on the ball now. Sweeping it wide here, well taken by McDermott, a lovely ball by Sunderland, played in again, trouble now. Talbot trying to get ahead to it. Sunderland almost getting in there, and in the end, McDonough plunging at his feet to get it behind for the corner. Well, troubles there of Everton's own making, but a lovely ball in the first place from Sunderland, and then McDermott playing it in there. And in the end, it went away for the corner. Just look at the number of players in there. McDonough hardly getting a good sight of it. A much deeper one that time towards O'Leary. And a goal kick. Stapleton. Played in nicely from McDermott again. A nice turn by him. Oh, a beautiful bit of play by Brian McDermott. And just wide of that Everton goal, it looks so close to being a second one for him. What a lovely little turn, and a poke there that was, well, only a foot wide of the post. Bailey pushed a few forward now. But is there anybody powerful enough, big enough and skillful enough, which there isn't, on the edge of that Arsenal to press home that advantage? Jennings, long kick, Sunderland after it. Stanley there with him, played back here for Ricks. Now, can Ricks get a good cross coming in there? Well, Hartford was there for Everton. McMahon, hustled by Collins. And it must have clipped an Arsenal boot because it's an Everton throw. Oh, a bad back pass there. Stapleton in with a chance. 2! Well, that was a giveaway. The red face belongs to John Gidman there. Played in. Gary Stanley let it go. Thank you very much, said Stapleton, but it wasn't an easy angle. But his aim was perfect, and Arsenal are 2 into the lead. So, Frank Stapleton goes 8 this season, the top scorer. And now Gidman. Good acceleration by him. Came off Hollins. And it must have been the hands of Hollins, because the referee was right on the spot and has given this free kick to Everton right on half-time. Well, if they can pull something out of this situation, it'll be heaven sent. 2-0 down. If they can go in 2-1, they would still feel that they're very much in it. Hartford with the free kick. And Stapleton quite happy to play that behind for the corner. As it happens, there wasn't a lot of danger. There was no Everton player anywhere near him. And so Everton get a corner. But they won't have time to take it. The half-time whistle goes, with Arsenal now comfortably placed 2 goals into the lead. Both of them really with a certain amount of help from Everton. Brian McDermott, having scored the first one after John Hollins' shot, came back off the goalkeeper. And then a minute or so before half-time, that bad back pass from John Gidman being fastened onto by Frank Stapleton, and that was number 2. So half-time then here at Highbury. It's Arsenal 2, Everton 0. Arsenal brought on their substitute, leading by 2-0 at the start of this second half. Kenny Sanson, who was injured in the first half, has gone off, and Steve Gatting comes on. So here's Gatting on as substitute for Kenny Sanson. And straight away, with Arsenal already comfortably placed, getting a free kick just outside that Everton penalty area. Ricks will take it. Played in there towards Sunderland. Look at the space he had, but he was offside, sadly. there by Steve Gatting. A free kick to Everton. And Hartford's already taken it. It's with McBride, a long shot there, and not much to spare. Very nearly outwitted Arsenal there. A little touch from Asa Hartford. There it is with the free kick, and McBride has got a lovely left foot, curling a bit. My word, that was close. Played by Stanley for Bailey. And now Hartford. Little touch there for Peter Eastoe. And wide on the far side for O'Keefe, but Hollins had read that well. Bailey played in again for Mixon. Oh, that's a penalty. O'Keefe brought down by Devine, and the referee pointed instantly to the spot. And there were no complaints from Arsenal as he came in there. A penalty given. And it's worth just looking on the far side of the penalty area where a linesman is looking for encroachment. There he is, making sure no players encroach. And here comes Billy Wright. He got it at the second goal, and that was enough. Jennings had saved it, pushed it against the crossbar. Billy Wright's heart was in his mouth, but the ball came out to him. Here we go again. Pushed up there by Jennings. Not a particularly good penalty, but how invitingly it came back again for Billy Wright. And the Arsenal players just couldn't get back quickly enough. 2-1 the score. So Billy Wright, the penalty taker. And here are Everton again. This time it's McBride. They've got two up as well. And in the end, it was a poor pass from McBride after both O'Keefe and Eastoe had made a terrific break through the middle for them. And suddenly Arsenal were in a bit of trouble. Well, tough on Pat Jennings. He must have thought he'd saved that penalty. Here come Everton again, and McBride is onside. Now, can he pull one back this time? He can, but the long legs of Walford were there. McBride again. Suddenly Everton look a different proposition. Hartford getting it from Bailey, holding off the challenge of a couple of Arsenal players there. McBride again with the cross. Again it's Walford getting it away at the very last. McMahon playing it wide, and suddenly Arsenal under siege there. A little dummy there by Mixon. Mixon going all the way, and the shot! Calling for a save from Jennings. Oh, this is an entirely new Everton. As Mixon goes in there, not a very powerful shot, but as you can see, that would have crept just inside. Eastoe, another break for Everton. McBride again on the left. Oh, and McBride. Oh, a slip by David O'Leary. So close to putting McBride in, and indeed putting McBride right through, in fact. There's the slip by O'Leary. McBride making almost the most of it, but across the face of that Arsenal goal and a whisker wide. Mixon. Now, can O'Keefe get in there? No, Gatting very coolly back to Jennings. And here's Ricks. Hollins. A real thrust, almost a cup-tie atmosphere about this game now as Arsenal try to assert themselves again. And here's Stapleton. McDonough gathering that one up. And Stapleton. It's good to see, incidentally, that Arsenal have got three men up, McDermott, Stapleton and Sunderland, and that's a thing that doesn't happen very often here. They've very often relied on two up and men to augment them from the midfield, but they've had three men playing solidly as front runners from the first whistle right through now into the second half. 3 up there for Everton, and McBride hoping to get in there. Has he nicked it over? Walford just slicing it away. After McBride had just lifted that ball over Pat Jennings. There he goes, and you can see that was directly going into the goal until Walford got it away. So Joe McBride very close to getting that equaliser again, and here's another cross coming in there. Flicked on once more. O'Keefe hitting it straight at Jennings. Stanley. It was not a deliberate handball. That was a good decision by the referee. And here's a chance now for Bailey to take it up for Everton. McBride outside him. Oh, Walford was in 2 minds, and I'm not surprised, and it comes here to O'Keefe. And Arsenal were really all over the place there. Still O'Keefe. Played in now for Megson. McMahon thought about a shot. Eastoe trying to get on the far side of Devine. And in the end, Talbot saying, leave it to me and let me get this one away. There's no doubt about it, though, on the second half, Everton were a bit unlucky to be behind. There's Billy Wright coming in for them again now. And an offside quite properly given against John Gidman. And I think we should see him more and more coming into forward attacking positions in the 17 minutes or so that remain. Talbot. Flick for Stapleton. Wide for Devine. McDermott's away on the right. This is Sunderland, though. And there for Talbot's header over the top. Good cross by Sunderland. Great economy about that one. Power, but not the direction from Talbot's header. O'Keefe. There's a lot of space over here. And it was as well for Arsenal that Gatting cut that one out. And now Talbot all the way through and over the top. Bodies littering that penalty area, but McDonough came out and did a good enough job as Talbot came in. To prevent the Arsenal number 4 adding number 3. Gatting's header. Here's Ricks. That'll fall for Megson. That's for Walford. Gidman. Knocked down that time by Eastoe. Bailey. Hartford. Megson again. It'll come once more for Asa Hartford. Played in again for young Steve McMahon, and Walford keeping him away. But it's Everton's throw. There's a cross coming in to this side of the field. It'll fall conveniently for John Gidman. And yet another cross. And a chance for a break now for Arsenal. Here's Sunderland. Now, will he be able to take on Stanley and beat him? Looking to get it onto the right foot. Well, a terrific piece of keeping by McDonough. Great run by Sunderland, and that's where the danger was for Everton once he got it onto the right foot, but a superb piece of keeping. And Hollins with the corner. Gidman away. Gatting returning it. Hollins once more. Gatting again. Walford played wide for McDermott. The ball skidding off his boot for an Everton throw. Hartford's long ball. McMahon off in chase. Walford's gone there with him. He's got a bit of support from McBride, though. And from Hartford. Played in first time, and that wasn't a good ball by Hartford. It's almost as though Asa himself had got caught up in the excitement of it all. It really had time enough and space enough to hold onto that ball and look for something better than that. A really good second half. That has more than made up for the dourness of the first. Another throw to Arsenal. Sunderland. Oh, now there might be a break on. McBride for Everton. Hartford busying himself still further through that midfield. Played it wide there. Played for O'Keefe. And Jennings saving it at the near post. A ball that just needed to be pulled back a little bit more with 3 up. But it was certainly a great break by O'Keefe. And a lovely ball by Hartford on the way. And Gordon Lee in the bench was urging everybody to go forward, but it was too late. But certainly a terrific battle by Everton in the second half, and that penalty by Billy Wright really opened up the game. And as I said, if anything, Everton creating the better chances in the second half, and maybe will feel a little disappointed that they haven't gone away with at least a point. But the goals and the points go to Arsenal, winners by 2-1. McDermott and Stapleton, their scorers in the first half. Then Billy Wright, the penalty for Everton in the second half. So a final score then at Rainy Highbury. Arsenal 2, Everton 1.